Yo, what up, pod racers? Are you like me where you sunburn easily? Have narrow shoulders you want to hide from the world? Weirdly small nips? Great news, we have a solution. Original tabletop shirt designs. Reading Rainbow, Dungeon Club, a dungeon in a dragon. Find these and more over at patreon.com/Goblins Growlers Shirt Club at the $25 tier. These are all exclusive, limited run designs. We'll never bring them back again. So be sure you get yours by signing up at patreon.com/Goblins Growlers. Yippee!
Hold on. Isla is attacking the wall, and I can't figure out why. Oh,
there's a
now
ghost.
She's eating something on the floor.
Ghost!
Quit trying to eat ghosts.
But father, they sustained me.
Okay, I don't think it's actually anything to worry about. Maybe she sees a bug? Oh, there is a bug on the wall. Yep, that's what it is.
All right. Riveting.
This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy live play adventure where a party of unlikely heroes embark on a quest to bring dragons back to their world.
Well, howdy, listeners. Welcome to the Daily Crier Listening Show, where all the news and variant and beyond can make its way right to you. Well, an awful lot happened last time. Party worked their way into the mirror maze, Solinar leading with his seasoned carnival expertise, until the maze began to shift around, trapping Johannes in a mirror room, seemingly all by himself. The rest of the party did their best to circle around, weaving through the maze until logically they had made a circuit around the trapped room. All the while, lurking within the many mirrors, appeared reflections whose actions were independent and unnerving from their counters. While the party squared off with these entities, and Koza found a platinum dragon piece hidden within a false mirror, Johannes was truly facing off with his double as it stepped from the mirror. Now, just in time, though, the false mirror broke away and Koza got to see the mirror double of Johannes shatter as well. Reunited, the group finds a circular mirror with strangely organized letters. Now, having seen this trick before, Solinar quickly worked out the solution and read the reflection's reflection in his sword, unlocking the next area. Well, that's about all I have time for today. Got some small errands to run and chore to get to. And as always, y'all take care now.
On the last episode, you all had spent a good amount of time navigating the mirror maze, only to find that there is something within the mirrors that is both mimicking you guys and also very clearly wants you dead. Koza was able to figure out how to pull the platinum piece out of the puzzle, which sounds 1000% like something that happened in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode. And Solinar was able to, much to my chagrin, very quickly figure out the reflective mirror puzzle. Upon saying the inscription aloud, has caused the mirrors to shift, creating a corridor to an odd room.
Whoops. Sorry, team. I had not meant to do a magic incantation.
Oh, I mean, I think we just found something new, so I think it'll be okay.
New
Hopefully.
room.
I think maybe what it's telling us is that instead of trying to fight our mirror selves, we're supposed to accept and serve our mirror selves.
It's time to do whatever you tell me to do.
Like, I don't know for sure, but I think it's worth a shot.
So are you going to head down the corridor to the new room?
I mean, we may as well. We just unlocked it after all.
You did indeed. So you're going to step out of the mirror hallway, only to find yourself in, as I mentioned, odd room. On your left stands a bookshelf, a table with an open book, a globe in the corner, a tall, unlit candelabra, a plush chair with a plain pillow, and a small dark red stain on the floor. To your right stands an oddly similar room, almost uncannily so. A bookshelf stands there, as does a table with a closed tome set atop it. A globe stands in the center of the room, alongside a plush chair with a tasseled pillow. It has a lit candelabra that stands glowing feebly in the dim light. At the far wall in the center stands a door, inscribed with runes.
Are the runes in a language we understand? Or could I roll perhaps Arcana to try to read them?
You're able to roll Arcana.
Ooh, can I roll religion?
You
Are
absolutely
they religious?
can. You can absolutely roll religion.
He arcane.
He arcane. He arcane, bruh.
I Arcan try to read this. 16. I'm a grandmother.
You're able to tell that it's not that it's a language, it's a magical inscription. The door will only unlock if something is done.
I got a 17 on religion.
You're able to tell that it is not anything religious in nature, but instead some kind of enchantment runes.
This right here is an atheist door.
It believes in nothing.
Atheist Door is my band name.
I'm a little troubled by the concept of an atheist door in this, a world where gods are not only like physical, tangible people that you can interact with, but they really do extremely powerful things on a fairly regular basis.
Well, I mean, there's the argument that it's not that you don't believe the gods exist, but that you believe they're worthless.
Oh, so you'd be an atheist?
I guess so.
Maybe this door just hasn't opened itself up to the possibility. That was a joke, everybody. I was making a joke.
That was very funny.
Thank you, Bo.
Oh, Johannes.
Thank you. Okay.
That one took me a second. Open yourself up.
I'm gonna go grab this candelabra. Let's look around.
I'm gonna look at the globe.
Which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
One on the left.
The one to your left, the globe stands in the corner, next to the tall, unlit candelabra.
All right. Can you tell me anything about it?
It is a globe. It does look like the part beyond the misted seas has been sort of, messed up so that it's not really legible. But you can make out a couple of shapes that lead you to believe that it's not just that there's a couple of lands beyond the misted seas. There's a whole Virian part 2 there.
Huh.
Other than that, it is a normal navigational globe.
Okay. Does it feel hollow?
It does not. There probably is not any whiskey or anything in there either. Mm-hmm. But it does move, it does stand pretty tall, and it is gilded in such a way that it is a very expensive and fancy piece.
Okay. All right. Just from where I'm standing, does it look similar to the one on the other side?
It looks, from where you're standing, identical.
Okay, and there's no, lights shining on any particular parts? There's no sort of blinking going on the globe, anything like that?
Not that you can tell, but Johannes did also go and grab the candelabra that was lit, so if there was any kind of light effect to the puzzle, it's gone now.
Okay.
Johannes peeks over your shoulder.
How?
Johannes, you turn around and Johannes is standing on the chair.
Which chair?
Oh, couch.
Desk?
I don't remember exactly what's in this room.
Okay.
Am I standing on anything?
All right. So, again, on the left is a bookshelf, a table with an open book, a globe in the corner, a tall, unlit candelabra, a plush chair with a plain pillow, and a small dark red stain on the floor.
Oh, I'm in the chair. See, Bo, I'm standing on this plushie.
On the right stands an oddly similar room, with a bookshelf, a table with a closed tome, a globe standing in the center of the room alongside a plush chair with a tasseled pillow. A lit candelabra stands glowing feebly in the dim light.
I want to look at what page the open tome is open to.
The book is blank.
Oh, but I'm looking at I want to look at what page it's open to.
It looks like it's open dead center.
Okay, I'm going to go to the other book that's closed and open it to dead center.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out the bookshelf
Okay.
in the left-hand room.
As you look over the shelves of books, you notice that none of them are real. There are no words on the spines. There's nothing... Well, I would say there's nothing written in the books, but it appears they're all attached, making it impossible to, like, pull one off of the shelf and flip through it.
Oh. So, not only can we not pull them out to read them, but we couldn't even, like, rearrange them if we wanted to.
That is correct.
Solinar, like, tries a few different books, and it's like, I thought for sure there'd be a secret passageway if we just pulled on the correct book, but this is hopeless. These books are not moving at all, which, if that's how you're going to set up your secret passageway, is not very subtle.
Just take a whole shelf and just tunk.
So it sounded like when I opened the book to the same page, nothing happened.
It doesn't appear that anything happened.
Is,
All right,
is
gang.
the other book have anything in it?
No, it is also blank. You notice that it is also the same color and positioned in the exact same way now that it's opened.
All right, gang, we got to start thinking like mirror enthusiasts.
Johannes goes up to the, he gets down from the chair and he walks over to the red puddle and he sniffs it. He goes,
It's a stain, not a puddle, but it is dark red and a stain.
Is it brownish dark red?
It is.
does it have a metallic smell to it?
It's so old that you can't imagine there's any sort of smell to it. Other than dust.
Some of that dust stank.
Dust stank.
Ew.
Well, just some stanky dust over here.
That's my ska band.
Johannes walks back over to the boat.
Hello.
What are you finding? What are you finding?
Well, this globe looks interesting. It looks like there's some stuff on the other side of the world, but I can't really make it out. Haven't checked out the other globe yet. I was hoping maybe it would be part of a puzzle or something where we just gotta, like, orient it a certain way. It's possible we might find something on the other one.
Okay, well, let's go over there.
All right.
So you walk to the other side, to the other globe. This one standing in the center of the room.
Okay.
Of its
What's on
side
this
of the
globe?
room.
What's on this globe?
The exact same thing.
Is it sort of oriented and angled the same way?
Other than the fact that it is in the center of the room instead of the corner, yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, Johannes, you go ponder that orb. I'll ponder this one, and we'll see if anything happens.
This was okay. Well, let me go over there.
For all intents and purposes, the two globes are identical.
This orb's so hard to ponder in the corner because I can't get all the way around it. I'm moving it to the center of the room. And then Johannes turns to Solinar and he does a big wink.
Now that's thinking with mirrors. Actually, to that end, let me see the pillow over here. And Solinar goes over to the big plush chair with the... You said it was like a plain-looking pillow?
There are two plush chairs that seem identical. One has a plain pillow, the other has a pillow with tassels.
Solinar turns the pillow over to see if it's got tassels hidden behind it.
It does not.
Oh, I think I'm the right man for this job, but nobody rat me out if they come after us for vandalism. Solinar goes over to the tasseled pillow and takes out one of his bronze throwing daggers and removes the tassels.
All right. You set the pillow back where it once was. Now it is completely identical to the chair on the other side.
Where the heck did Koza go?
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh, well, there he is.
I'm by the book.
He's been here the whole time.
You learning anything interesting over there?
Well, both of the books are just blank.
The books are blank. The books on the bookshelf don't have titles or are removable from the shelves. The pillows are now both tasselless. I don't know what I'm going to do with these antique tassels, but I may as well hang on to them just in case.
You've acquired antique tassels. Da-da-da-da!
Just in case.
Finally, Solinar's ready for his career in adult dancing.
Ugh.
Just in case.
That's his dancer name, Last Ditch Effort.
Ooh. pretty good, Solinar.
So now you stand with the chairs identical, the books on the table identical. You have the candelabra that is lit to the side. You have one that is unlit to the side. There is a stain on one side of the one side of the room on the floor, and there is a globe in the corner of one room and in the center of the other.
Johannes walks over to the other room. He pulls out the copper butter knife.
Okay.
And he rubs it around on some of the stanky dust stain. And then he brings it over to the other room and he spreads it on the carpet like butter.
It's a stain. Like, you can move some of the dust, but the stain isn't going to move.
Spit on it. Spit on it. That'll loosen it up.
Ew.
Oh, I think I see what you're trying to do, Johannes. I thought that was blood at first, and I'm still thinking maybe it is blood, but I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, we could use this instead. And Solinar pulls out one of the cloudy health potions. It's red and a liquid.
Oh, this looks like it's also a red liquid.
I will say, where the stain is on one side of the room, the globe stands on the other.
Wait, currently? Even though the globe was moved into the center of the room?
The one that's in the center of the room is in the same spot mirrored to the stain.
They're both in the center of the room now, because Johannes was like, I'm having trouble looking at this globe, so I'm going to move it to the center of the room.
And then I winked.
Oh, I did not
And then he winked.
register that. So, which globe is where?
They're both in the center of the room.
center of the room.
All right, both of the globes are in the center of the room. Okay.
Over the stain, is that what you're saying?
I mean, did you make a stain? Or... Yes,
so the
it
one-
would be over the stain that currently exists.
We should move the globe that was in the center and see if there's a stain under it.
Okay.
There is not.
Put the stain there.
Stain that floor.
Oh,
My mom's least favorite game show.
I was thinking that these would probably still be useful, but, maybe they're not, so this isn't actually such a waste. And Solinar uncaps one of the cloudy lesser health potions and does his best to recreate the stain pattern from the other room,
All right. So
using the red liquid from the potion.
so both sides of the room now have floor stains.
Another game
Theoretically.
show that my mom hated. She really didn't like that one. What was it called? Is That Blood?
It's like a really hardcore goth version of Real or Cake.
Yeah. Wasn't a fan.
Do you guys not know about that?
Oh, yeah, I do. Okay.
Yeah, is it cake? It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Somebody makes a whole bunch of stuff that looks like objects, but is made out of cake, and you have to guess which one is real.
So is it like three candelabras and one of them's made out of cake, or is it like three just random things? Like, is it a still life
It's like
scene?
two things, and one of them is cake, one of them is not.
I don't know which show it was, but I've seen a clip as a GIF circulate the
cake
internet
now.
where this late night talk show looking guy sits down on a couch and his guest sits down on a different couch beside him. And then she stops, she looks at her seat, she goes, "Motherfucker, is this cake?" And then she rips a section of cake out of her seat and just starts laughing so hard.
I want cake so badly right now.
Having shared that with all of you, what's left? The candelabra. We need to light the one, or extinguish the candelabra that's lit, or light the candelabra that is not lit. And
We should light them both first.
put them in a similar spot in both rooms.
Yeah, Koza's gonna to move it so they're both in the same spot.
All right, so you shift the candelabras so that they're in the same spot. So one stands lit, one stands unlit. There are stains at the centers of both the floors. Both of the pillows are now plain. Both of the books are open, and the globes have been shifted.
Yes.
And the books don't have anything written in them, right?
They do not.
Maybe in each book we write, "And now?" Question
We
mark?
still need to light the candelabra.
Oh yeah, I'm holding this one. I light the candelabras and I put them in the exact same space.
As the rooms are completely and perfectly mirrored, the runes above the door glow, and you hear a loud and distinct unlocking sound. However, upon the loud unlocking sound sort of echoing out, you hear a familiar cry beyond the door, one that makes your blood run cold.
Yo, it's the frickin' the floating worm things again.
Wall
And maybe-
ghost.
Maybe more than one of them, I don't know.
God, I hate wall ghosts.
They're the worst.
How am I supposed to exercise you if you're in the wall?
Yeah, exactly. Although, I think last time we figured out that they were flying into the portraits, and if we ruined the portraits, then they couldn't fly into them. So that's something good to keep in the mind in case we encounter them again.
I see what you're saying. I'm gonna keep that right here. Johannes points to his temple,
Yeah.
and then he
Right.
goes, and also right here, and he points to his mind.
Whoa. So, like, that's the way forward, it seems. I sure wish there was some kind of way that we didn't have to fight them, though. Like, being able to convince them we belong here. You know what would have been great? You know what would have been great? If, much like the Bronze Temple, we found a bunch of living quarters on our way in that had things like robes in them. Because then we could dress up like silver priests and then probably walk through this whole place unimpeded. But no, we had to come down some sort of crazy elevator thing and not find any sort of robes. And now, we got all this stuff going on.
Solinar? We
Yes?
do have a set of silver priestess robes.
Oh. Yeah, we do.
We have
Do
one
you-
set, and I don't think it'll fit Boat or Johannes.
Do you want to test this hypothesis?
Like me test it?
I mean, they're your robes. I'm not going to assume that you're going to just hand them over to somebody else to put on.
I mean, I have very mixed opinions on this.
Well, it's the only reason I even consider it as a possibility is that people lived here once upon a time, and that means that these, ghost things that are flying out of the walls didn't always attack everybody walking through the space.
I mean, I don't know if that's accurate. Notice how there's no priests now?
Well, yeah.
That might not be coincidental.
You think that the silver priests were killed by the very protector guardian figure thingies that are here now?
I don't know. We can't know.
Well, we could have some idea. We were able to accurately identify that these used to be guardians.
That
And
was
that-
because Johannes inexplicably knew a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I love religion. One of my favorite things.
You know,
all I'm
sometimes
saying-
there's a moment where it's like, where does our character end and our person begin? With a lawn, it's not quite as difficult to tell.
Look, I'm inclined to believe Johannes when Johannes says something with that much confidence. Because usually, if Johannes isn't sure about something, he'll be like, hey guys, I'm not sure, but I think probably. And in this case, that was not what happened. So, I think probably these are guardian spirits, and that the people who used to live here did not get attacked by them all the time. And with those two things as a theory, I think silver priest robes might be the key.
I've got one more piece of confidence.
Only one?
Only one. And Johannes walks up to Alita, and he takes the mirror pendant, and he puts it around her neck, and he goes, I got confidence in you, Alita.
Thank you, Johannes. So what do we need me to do?
Well, you have silver priest robes. So you can either, if you're more comfortable wearing them yourself, or if you're more comfortable someone else wearing them to test this, I understand that completely and no judgment passed, but I think someone should try putting them on and entering the perceptive space of these creatures and seeing if we can, I don't know, give them commands, or at the very least if they'll leave us alone.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. I'll just go ahead and...
I think it has to be you. I'm sorry.
Okay. I wasn't really fighting it.
Because I would wager that if they're silver dragon priest guardians, probably the language that they would be trained in is Draconic.
You all are not super on the Draconicness.
Nope. I learned my basics. I learned my Sylvan and my Common. And then, of course, a little bit of crime language and some Elvish. But I'm not known for my Draconic.
I know Sylvan, I know Common, and I know crime.
Yeah.
The 3 languages you really need.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be a criminal.
Alita is going to go change and creak open the door, peeking out. I don't see anything.
Do you see portraits?
No. Mirrors, though.
Well, I don't want you going forward all on your own, so we should all proceed together.
The doors open to a corridor. The long corridor has 4 doors, 2 on each wall, with a large pair of double doors at the end of the corridor. This doorway, much like the one you just came from, is also inscribed with runes. Dotted between each of the doors is a large, ornate mirror.
I'm going to try and read those runes. I don't think a 7's going to do it.
It will not.
Cryptic.
But what are you thinking, bud?
I'm thinking about Thunderwave.
Oh, God!
The boat's one-stop shop for all
Thunderwave
problems.
is becoming for Boat what arson has become for Johannes.
Yeah. Or, we could do with a good old earth tremor.
We're underground.
That just means there's more earth to trem, and then it'll have more of an effect.
More earth to trem.
Yeah.
What is our ceiling situation like right now? I know some of these rooms have had just open chasms above us.
So this one you can see the ceiling. There are pendant lights that hang from it that cast a dim glow. They're probably about 15 to 20 feet above your head.
Oh, pretty.
But the wall goes all the way up to the ceiling, like we couldn't get on top of it like a big labyrinth or something?
Oh, it took me a second. I'm like, yes, the wall does go to the ceiling. That's how rooms work. And now I realize what you were asking, and I was being an ass. Yes, they do go all the way up.
Okay. This is sort of more of a long shot question, but there's no kind of vents or anything that are up a little higher, are there?
Not that you can see.
All right.
Later, when we're talking about our adventures, Solinar's going to be like, yeah, and there we were, standing in the dungeon. Lights, floors, walls up to here.
Walls all the way up to their ceilings.
There she was, the room.
Yeah, I was hoping I could fastball special like Johannes up to one of those pendant lights and he could swing on top of one of the walls and see what's going on.
He could swing on the pendant lights, but I don't know if that'll get you where
I don't
you're
think there's
going.
an end game in play there if we have him do it now that I know that information.
A little bit of that fresh chimpanzee action.
Have we tried touching that mirror yet?
Which mirror?
We haven't done anything in this room.
The one that was between the two doors, you said?
There is a mirror between each of the doors.
Oh, well, I'll just walk to each of them and touch them.
They are, in fact, mirrors.
Okay, and I can see myself normally in all of them?
You can, but you do notice that the way that the mirrors are arranged, behind you, there are other multitudinous reflections.
So there are mirrors on the other wall?
Yes.
I'll go touch them, too.
You notice the same thing. While the mirrors themselves are cold to the touch and appear relatively normal, the way things are organized is there are dozens of your own reflection behind you.
All right, I would like to stand in front of the mirror, maybe put my hands up, and start doing like a little routine where like I move one arm and then I move the other and then I move the other and fall into a repetitive pattern with it. And then after a minute or so, just completely interrupt the pattern and then look at all of the reflections and see if any of them mess up.
The one farthest that seems the farthest from you, the one way down the line, does not stop at the time you do.
All right, I point at it and I'm just like, I saw that, you get out here and you face us.
It doesn't respond. It returns to mimicking the movements.
Young man, you come out of that mirror and you fess up.
All right, so I did some patterns, and one of the reflections did not mimic the pattern.
I saw that.
So we got some sort of spookiness going on here. I think we break the mirrors.
Do the mirrors that are here, can they like be repositioned? Can we like turn them toward each other or against like toward the doors or anything?
They're
like
really
that?
large ornate mirrors that are hung up on the wall. While you have the capacity to pull them off of the wall, there's not like a way. It's not like they're on those modern TV mounts that you can like pull out and like shift to the side and like angle.
Got it.
They're not that high tech.
No, that's fair. I was just thinking like, when you had been describing them, I think I underestimated their size a little bit.
They're ornate and large and probably about the size of like Johannes's hips to the top of his head.
My hip?
So we have 2 doors.
5 doors all told.
Oh.
There are 2 doors on the left wall, 2 doors on the right wall, and a big old pair of double doors at the end of the corridor.
6 doors. 5 portals.
And there's mirrors between each set of doors,
Yes.
including the double doors, and like there's a mirror in the corner, or
Yes.
Okay. I think Solinar is going to go to the left wall and just start trying doors.
You wrap your hand around the doorknob of the first door on the left side closest to the entry. You twist it and it opens.
As Solinar is twisting the handle and opening the door, he kind of like hesitates for a moment and he's like, I probably should have checked for traps. Oh well.
Probably shoulda. It's fine.
Oh, well.
Oh well.
Oh well! Ah!
No, Gabe, you monster.
The door that you open leads to a glittering room filled with piles of coins, gold and silver chalices, gems, crowns, scepters, gilded weapons of every kind imaginable, including a suit of armor that stands in the corner. It's piled high, almost like a dragon's hoard.
Solinar's eyes are just like darting around the room for a moment, and like you can see his breathing and his heart rate increase, and he's like, hey guys,
Get you a partner who looks at you the way Solinar looks at treasure.
we hit the mother lode. And then he rushes into the room to see exactly what kinds of treasure we've got here that will be easily transportable back out of the dungeon.
So, exactly how far do you step into the room?
I think he's going like into the room, like a full, wherever the nearest treasure pile is. He's
Okay.
going to advance all the way to it.
All right, and then what?
And then stoop and sift through it, checking for like gemstones and things like that. I don't like the big smile you just got on your face. I find the big smile you just got on your face very unnerving in this particular circumstance, given the series of actions I just described.
As you begin pawing through the gold and the jewels and start sifting through what you're going to take with you and what you're not, you feel you feel two distinct sensations. One is the feeling of sinking, and the other is of being pulled under. You are slowly being absorbed and consumed by the pile of riches before you.
Well, howdy there. I want to take a moment while I'm out here enjoying the scenery to thank some of you amazing people who make this production and many more like it possible. Stellar compadres like Bridget the Wise, Kyle Wendling the Clever, Caitlin Allen the Ferocious, Melissa Sweeney the Cunning, Her Majesty the ABO Queen, and Jonathan Cedillo the Brave. Thank you all, truly. And I'll leave you all with a parting phrase from my homeland, save for only the dearest of friends. May your lives grow to fit your hearts, and wonders flow in times apart. Thank you.
So much. We have so much left to lose.
A whole nother shield.
Ah, there we go. Okay. I am so excited that Solinar was the one to open this door.